All righty, let's get it rolling. Thursday, March the 4th, 2021. Guys, welcome in. Hope you're all doing well. The Daily Crow is live. Appreciate you all tuning in. Got a lot to get into here on a Thursday. Let's see. Phil, what's up? John, yeah, we got the throwback, the vintage. I pull this out every now and then. We've also got the Coach Beamer merch. Let's go. Boom. Haven't really rocked this one a whole lot, but it is available in the store for those who are interested in such things. Leonard Matthews, what's up? Travis, what's up? RJ, Todd Smith says, what's up, Chris? Looking forward to a baseball sweep this weekend indeed, and that's what the podcast is today. By the way, check it out, episode 394, breaking down that Mercer series against the Bears. Ritter, what's up, man? What's going on? Outback Bowl champs. Yeah, we got the, in case you guys have never seen this, boom, the vintage Outback Bowl hat. Gotta love that. Gotta love that. Scott Stamey, what's up, man? Got a couple of announcements I'm very excited about. Couple other things as well. We got a big show today. Thursday, March the 4th, 2021. I bit my freaking lip right here. You ever have that happen where you bite your lip and then you keep like re-biting it, and it's like the worst feeling ever? Bit my lip right here. Just awful. But anyway, guys, appreciate you all tuning in. Like I said, quick reminder, podcast drop this morning, episode 394. Before we get going, though, I want to thank my friends over at Flex Squad Fitness, because the Daily Crow is presented to you by our friends at Flex Squad Fitness, guys. And CJ Profit, he's the man behind it all, been a certified personal trainer for 10 years. He struggled with his own weight for many years until he eventually lost 85 pounds himself, doing the exact same type of training he does at the gym, guys. And again, that's one of the reasons, and really the main reason he's so good at what he does, is because he's been there, he's done that. He knows the exact struggle. He knows what you're going through. And so he's going to help you along every single step of the way, guys. And at Flex Squad, they do one-on-one and small group training. Their program is a mix of strength, high-intensity interval training, and endurance training. And the goal, guys, is to not only help people look great on the outside, but more importantly, make them stronger and more confident on the inside. And again, guys, he knows the struggles personally. He's going to set you up. This guy's going to take care of you. He's going to make your own custom nutrition plan, your own custom workout plan, everything to fit you and your goals and what you're going through and what you're trying to accomplish, guys. The place, it changes people inside and out. You're not going to regret walking on the door. You're probably just going to wish you did it sooner, guys. And they offer a free week, by the way, for anyone who wants to try out their classes, or 2 free one-on-one sessions to see what they're all about. Or, guys, if you go there right now, tell them Chris from the Spurs Up Show sent you, you're going to get your first month free. It's literally a no-brainer. Again, that's our friends over at Flex Squad Fitness in Chapin, South Carolina. CJ Profit, the dude behind it all. Again, Flex Squad Fitness in Chapin, South Carolina. Be sure to check them out and tell them Chris from the Spurs Up Show sent you. All right, guys, like I said, let's dive into it. Thursday, March the 4th, 2021, and I got a big announcement. Let me go ahead and get that out of the way. I'm sure you guys remember and got a pretty good laugh when we had Manscaped as a sponsor of this show, of the podcast more specifically. But when we had Manscaped as a sponsor for a couple of months, very excited to announce that Manscaped is back. Manscaped is back for the Spurs Up Show. So the first time you're going to hear that ad read on the podcast is tomorrow. And I'll probably start promoting it on here and on social media as well, starting probably today. I'll probably actually start promoting it today on social media. But Manscaped is back. Manscaped is back, supporting the Spurs Up Show. Really excited about it. It's obviously very funny. Something I really enjoy having them on as a sponsor. I keep nicking my lip, dude. It is like the worst thing ever. I enjoy having them on as a sponsor, though. It's great. Love having them on board. And I'll actually tell you guys this, too. So, because I know I can be super honest with you guys, and you guys will show love and support and help out. So the deal with Manscaped right now is we have a promo code TSUS. You go to their website, order their products. use the promo code TSUS, kind of a normal type of partnership, if you will. Well, basically what we're doing through the month of March, we're doing a run with Manscaped. And if we get 10 promo code conversions, then Manscaped is going to come on to the Spurs Up Show as like a full sponsor, a full partner. So if you or anyone you know, or if you want to gift this to someone, use the promo code TSUS. Help us out. We just need 10 promo code conversions by end of month. And we get to bring Manscaped on as a full-time partner and a full-time sponsor. And obviously, I don't have to explain to you guys why that would be a big deal. Because, again, I love having Manscaped on because, again, I think it fits the demographic of people who tune into this show extremely well. And listen, it's something I used the products last night. Like I said, I'm going to go into detail on the podcast and more so on social media later and probably on the Daily Crow tomorrow. I'll be honest. I just don't have all the stuff pulled up in front of me right now. But because I just got the products, like I said, last night. But the stuff's amazing, by the way. I will say that. The Lawnmower 3.0, whatever. But again, that's obviously great news for us. It's great news for the business and everything. But we need 10 promo code conversions by end of March. So again, if you, anyone you know, you got a buddy, you want to gift this, if you got a boyfriend or a husband that you want to gift this to, use the promo code TSUS. And again, I will have more details regarding that. But again, something I'm excited about because, again, I love the funny ad reads and having them on. And again, I think it's something that our listeners and fans and followers can definitely benefit from and get use out of. So again, I appreciate you guys. Because again, without your love and support, I don't even think a trial run with them would even be possible. So appreciate you guys, seriously. But yeah, Manscaped is back. Manscaped is back. So big news in that regard. All right, let's actually dive into Gamecock stuff. I know I've been rambling about the business side of things, but Lance Player, what's going on? Scott Stamey, the cup is water, my friend. The cup is indeed water. John Gibbs, 2013 should have been a BCS year. We got screwed that year. That is so random, but I love it. I love it. Tom McClellan, glad JBJ left Boston. Love him, but as a Yankees fan, I'm glad he left there. Yeah, as you see behind me, yo, JBJ, let me hold $1. That's who we should get as the next sponsor, by the way, is Jackie Bradley Jr. I think he's got a couple of dollars to spare. No, JBJ signed with the Brewers. If you guys didn't see that this morning, 2 years, $24 million is what he got from Milwaukee. I mean, JBJ, you can argue, is the best defensive center fielder in the game. Would I have paid $12 million a year for him? And I love him, but I'm just being honest. Would I have paid $12 million a year? No, I would not have paid $12 million a year for Jackie Bradley Jr. I mean, you never know. Maybe he maybe he goes on in Milwaukee to have a Ken Griffey Jr. type career. You know, if he can swing it, he's probably the best outfielder in the MLB. If he can just swing it, he's the best outfielder in the MLB. When you talk about his glove and what he provides you defensively, but I mean, he's a career 239 hitter. I know he hit like 280, 285 last year or something like that. And he had that one big year in 2016, but he's normally around like a 250 hitter, 240 hitter. That's been the biggest concern with him, right? Is the bat. No question. That's been the concern with him is the bat. If he can get that figured out, obviously, I think he's an elite type of player, but $12 million a year, I was very surprised, put it that way. Let's see. RJ Kelly, we've always owned Ohio State and Outback Bowls. Yeah, like I said, if you guys didn't see the hat, the old vintage Outback Bowl cap. So. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. Let me make sure I've actually got the phone lines open up, by the way, because I think somebody just tried to call in. I think we should be good. Yeah, we should be good. All right, phone lines are open. 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377, guys. Phil Harris, how lame is Space Jam 2 with LeBron gross? Well, I haven't seen it, so I don't know how it's going to be. But, I mean, is it going to touch the original? Probably not. Let's be honest. So, let's see. Phil has just bought a Red Sox JBJ jersey last season. Whoops. Yeah, I mean, dude, that's what happens, though, in pro sports. That's why it's always such a risk. That's why it's such a risk buying pro, jerseys. Savannah Webster, hopefully not a silly question. Does it work for beards? So, I think technically the Manscaped trimmer could work on a beard. But just to be honest, I will say like one of their selling points is like you don't want to use the same trimmer on your face that you use on your junk. So, I mean, technically, it's a trimmer. Like, it certainly could work. I'm not saying that it couldn't work, but so, I mean, yeah. It like I said, the bottom line is yes, it can work on a beard. Yes. Am I going to do that? No. I've already got a trimmer for my beard. I'm not going to be using the same trimmer back and forth. But no, it could, because I mean, it's literally, like I said, it's a trimmer. And I'll tell you what, the one they sent over, I wish I'd have brought it up here. I'll bring it up here tomorrow. But the Lawnmower 3.0, it's even got like a flashlight on it. So when you're trimming, there's a light that shines when you have it on. And so like it helps you see everything. It's crazy. It's awesome, honestly. So John Rice, do you like watching MLB or college better? Definitely college. And I feel like I've said this every single MLB season outside of last year, which last year I was really into MLB because we were all just clamoring for sports and it was a 60-game season and it felt like every single game counted. But every other season I'm always saying at the beginning of the year, I'm going to really try to watch MLB. I'm going to try to watch all the games or a lot of the games. And what happens, man, is in a 162-game season, the season's just so damn long that like, normally we get to like June, July, and I'm like, bro, like it just feels like it's like a meaningless summer baseball game. But I will say this, with last year happening and not having sports for 3-4 months and that whole ordeal, I will never take for granted a Braves-Phillies matchup at 7:30 on a July summer night. I will never, excuse me, guys, I will never take that for granted again. Lance Player, need the hat. Yeah, this is a dope hat. I don't know where you could find this, to be honest. But yeah, if you haven't seen the shirt, Lance, I think you did buy this shirt, the Welcome Home Shane Beamer shirt. Very good stuff. RJ Kelly says, nice article on what to expect with Beamer. Good content. I appreciate it, RJ. Yeah, our guy Dan did a really good job of that article, basically talking about the differences he thinks you're going to see between the Will Muschamp era and the Shane Beamer era. Some of them we've already seen. I thought he did a really good job of that article, but I appreciate you checking that out, man. Appreciate the love for sure. Justin says, love JBJ, but let's be honest. Yes, I know Ken Griffey Jr. I was a huge Ken fan to the point my mom had to buy 2 of the bats when I played coach pitch with it because I would never use it. Still haven't. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not saying that JBJ is Ken Griffey Jr., not even in the slightest. But, yeah, I mean, yeah. Defensively, like I said, JBJ is as good as you're going to find. He's as good a defensive center fielder. He's as good a defensive outfielder as you're going to find, period. I mean, he's good for like one highlight catch a night, it seems at times. It's just the bat. It's just simply the bat. He's got to get the bat figured out. If he can do that, he's an all-star. Bottom line, he's an all-star every single year. But, yeah, so we'll see if he can do it. Again, I'm glad. I mean, I'm happy to see it. Again, former Gamecock. But, man, would I have paid $12 million for JBJ? Like, I think Boston probably did the right thing. Like, I wouldn't have paid that much money. So, that's just me, though. That's just me. So, let's see. Savannah Webster says, my husband's beard trimmer cord got lost, so he's been putting off getting a new one. Well, I mean, like I said, it would work. If you want to do it, it'll work. It'll work. Phil, just bought the ball toner and used the TSUS code. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Like I said, if you guys did not catch it in the beginning, Manscaped is back as a partner. Basically, the scenario, and again, you're going to start hearing it on the podcast and all the content starting today and definitely tomorrow, though. But the deal with what I love about you guys, and what I love about the followers and the supporters and the fans of the Spurs Up Show is I don't have to like pretend. Like I can just tell you guys, hey, we got Manscaped on for this deal in March, but we need to have 10 promo code conversions, and then they're going to jump on as like a big-time, legitimate, full-time sponsor. I can just tell you guys that. I don't have to like, because I feel like some people like they'd want to like not say that or be secretive about it or like, no, I mean, I just tell you, it's and you guys are down to support and help, so I appreciate it. But yes, Manscaped is back. Promo code TSUS on their site. And again, we need 10 conversions by the end of the month. If we get 10 conversions, which I think we will, but as long as we get 10 conversions, Manscaped is going to come on as a full-time partner, full-time sponsor in a much bigger capacity. And again, I love having Manscaped on board. I think it's I think it's a hilarious part. Personally, I think it's really, really funny. I think it's really funny. I don't know. I love talking about it, and the ad reads are hilarious, and it really fits in with kind of the lightheartedness, fun, sometimes joking, whatever side of the show and the content we make. So, yeah, I think it's awesome. Dusty Rhodes, yeah, like I said, man, I'd be shocked if you could find this ad anywhere. I actually got, I'll give them the plug, by the way. I got it from my friends over at Cola Kicks in Columbia. And it was last year during quarantine. I'll never forget. It was last year, probably like May. And I went to Cola Kicks, and I almost did not buy this hat, believe it or not. And I kept just looking and looking and looking. And I was looking at it. I was like, dude, it was like $20. I was like, I have to get this. This is a must have. This hat is so fresh. And, so, yeah, I went ahead and scooped it up. But, yeah, really, really good stuff. Really good stuff. Lance Player, yeah, the ball toner. Yeah, it's there. Leonard Matthews, always great content, Chris. Good. We got a true Gamecocks fan to listen to. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you guys' love and support, seriously. Lance Player says 12 million's a lot. Yeah, like I said, JBJ, if you want to become the exclusive sponsor of the Spurs Up show, just throw 100K over this way, and we'll rename the business. Savannah Webster, why did they move the game time tomorrow? Weather or what? Was looking forward to another joint event. I think the main reason is just, listen, the weather forecast in Columbia is nice tomorrow. It's like a high of 61, low is like 42 or something. And with nothing stopping you, it's just like, why not have first pitch at 4:00 and avoid play, because at first pitch at 4 tomorrow is like, I don't know, 58. And first pitch at 7 would have been like 48. You know what I mean? And you would have played instead of the game, now the game's going to end at 7 or 7:30 versus the game ending at 10 o'clock, 10:30, and it being like 40 degrees. So I appreciate it, honestly. I normally, like, when we get in SEC play, I definitely love those night games. I love those 7 o'clock first pitches. But, for Mercer, I mean, get in there, get yourself out of the cold. Whatever. So that's why they do it, though. That's why they do it. So it'll be a 4:00 first pitch tomorrow, 4:00 first pitch Saturday, and then noon first pitch on Sunday. So it should be a fun weekend. I'll be at all 3 games. So if you're going to be out there, definitely say what's up. But yeah, going to be a really, really fun weekend. And also the Sunday game being on SEC Network, the big channel. How about that? So should be a great time. And again, guys, like I said, if you've got questions, anything on the series, check out the podcast. Dropped this morning, episode 394. First things first, we did have a great interview with former Gamecocks golfer Matt NeSmith and current PGA Tour pro, by the way, Matt NeSmith. Really, really great conversation with him. Also, again, like I said, breaking everything down for the Mercer series this weekend, from the Bears pitching, hitting, talking South Carolina, what to watch for, key player of the weekend, my prediction, everything else. And not to spoil it, but I'm going to tell you guys, it's already on the podcast. I do have the Gamecocks getting the sweep yet again this weekend. It's funny, coming into this weekend, I expected to pick South Carolina to take 2 out of 3 or lose its first game, if you will. And not like that's an indictment on Carolina. It's just, guys, at some point, South Carolina is going to lose a baseball game. I'm not saying anything outlandish there. It's baseball. They're going to lose a game at some point. But I started to dive deep on Mercer. And again, the Quality Ball Club, they were picked to finish second in the SoCon coming into this season. But they lost Tanner Hall, their ace lefty. So they don't have him this year. Or they don't have him right now, at least. They're on a 4-game losing streak. And they gave up 33 runs last weekend. Over a 3-game series, they gave up 33 runs to Southern Illinois. Now, we all know the transitive property does not work in baseball. Just because this happened does not mean this will happen, right? Like, it's a random game. You never know. Their pitching staff could come out and throw lights out this weekend. You never really know. But I just looked at it, and I was like, you know what? All 3 of their starters have an ERA over 5. Who am I to pick against Carolina to sweep? You know what I mean? Who am I to only pick them to win 2 out of 3? So I'm going to roll with the Gamecocks. I do think at least one of the games will be pretty damn close because, like I said, Mercer does normally give, top teams, just they give elite competition. They're good against good teams. For whatever reason, Mercer's been one of those kind of like pesky teams that always plays, big D1s really close. But I think at home, I feel good about the matchups overall. I think the Gamecocks will get the sweep. Let's see. Phil says JBJ has been underappreciated in Boston since the beginning. Could not find his jersey to buy anywhere in New England. It's unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, underappreciated for sure. I would say that. Underappreciated for sure. So. Taylor, is women's basketball playing today or tomorrow? That game is tomorrow night, 6 o'clock in Greenville. Maddox Free, what's going on? Touchdowns to home runs. His first Cox and Cola podcast was fire. Yes, Cox and Cola, episode 1 has dropped, folks. It's on Spotify. I don't think iTunes has approved it yet. Let me check. Okay, no. iTunes has not approved us yet for the Cox and Cola podcast, but it is available on Stitcher, Spotify, all the other places pretty much. So again, Cox and Cola, that first episode has dropped. My guys, Ethan and Gavin, doing a fantastic job with that. And again, a lot more fire content to come from those guys as well. So excited to get that rolling. So be sure to check that out. John Gibbs, has the potato been watching the past few days? I have no idea, man. I got no clue. I'm sure he has. I'm sure he's been in his hole watching. I'm sure. Savannah Webster, we are meeting for the girls tomorrow. It should still be on. Hope to see a big score by the time I turn it on. Indeed, yeah. Again, 6 o'clock tip off. 6 o'clock tip off. Elizabeth Ballard says, I have a good feeling about the series. I do too. Again, Mercer, you look at them as a team, a quality ball club for sure. But again, like I said, gave up 33 runs last week. They got a 5.23 team ERA. They've been struggling on the bump. And I mean, with the way South Carolina's been swinging it, man, I think you're going to see the ball flying around Founders Park a lot this weekend. A lot. So, Lance Player, all I know is I'm ready for football and beer-filled Saturdays at the TSUS tailgate and out chugging old Roach blood. Yeah. No, dude, the TSUS tailgates will be legendary. That is for sure. So, what happens at the tailgate stays at the tailgate and on the vlog and in the content. Phil Harris, I went beside a Fenway to buy a JBJ jersey at the official fan shop. They didn't have one at all. I asked a worker and had to make JBJ's dad a custom one. Wow. Jaden Harris, if we sweep, how far do you think we'll move up in the rankings? I think if Carolina sweeps, they should be a top 10 team. I do. I think it'll be time. I mean, you're 14th right now. I think, it kind of depends on what people ahead of you do, but, I know fans are like upset or whatever. Some fans are upset about the rankings and all that. I'm really not like too worried about it. I mean, the rankings will take care of themselves, guys. I can promise you. So you just keep winning. You keep doing your thing. The rankings will handle themselves for sure. Let's see. RJ Kelly, are you a fan of Last Chance U on Netflix? They got a new season following a JUCO college basketball team coming up on the 10th. Seems like it'll be pretty cool. I used to love Last Chance U. I used to absolutely love Last Chance U. And, I don't know. The last one, I just wasn't able to really get into it. I don't know. Like, I wasn't really able to get into it. And I don't know. I mean, maybe I'll try to watch the basketball one, but I don't know, man. I'm not a huge TV guy in general. So I'm really not like, I don't know. I'm not a huge TV guy, man. I don't really sit around and watch TV all that much, believe it or not. Outside of South Carolina sporting events at this point. So, yeah. Justin, will TSUS tailgate be at all the games for football? That is the plan, my friend. Justin, that is the plan. So, I'm planning on, this was my plan last year, and it didn't happen because of COVID. My plan this year is going to be, I'm planning on having a spot and having a tailgate spot and us setting up a tailgate and just like we've done the Daily Crow pregame and postgame shows and all that, doing it from the tailgate and really just having an all-day affair and having a big party out in the parking lot and, just kind of doing our thing. So, yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. Hopefully nothing else crazy happens and we can actually do it. But that's what I want to do. That's the goal. So, let's see. Bill Harris says AAA baseball pushed back their schedule from April to May. Really? Why would they do that? That seems kind of crazy. Lance Blair says this baseball team's getting me all hyped. It's been a while since I had this feeling. Hope it sticks around. Yeah, I mean, it's hard not to be hyped when you're 7-0 and you swept your rival and you got the momentum you do. Like I said, I would just say this, the biggest thing, and again, not to be Debbie Downer or anything like that, but I would just say to fans, just baseball's a marathon, not a sprint. This team is going to hit adversity at some point. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. Baseball is a game of failure. We all understand it's going to happen. Things will be okay. If you do run into adversity, it's okay. I really believe in this team in the sense of its leadership and its character and its win anyway mentality, that it has the makeup to overcome adversity. And when it gets punched in the mouth to dust itself off and get up and fight back. But again, I would just say to fans, like, it's going to happen. We're going to run into adversity at some point. There's going to be a moment this season that things don't necessarily go the way we all want them to. But again, I still like this ball club either way. I love this ball club. I think this ball club, listen, I picked them to go to the Super Regionals. I mean, I thought this was going to be a good team, but yeah, really excited. You couldn't ask for a better start of the season. And, excited to see the boys take the field against Mercer this weekend. Like I said, I picked them to sweep. It wouldn't totally shock me if you dropped one. It wouldn't shock me, but I mean, heck, man, if you keep swinging the bats the way you do, and really the question for me, and I'm going to have a clip about this on social media later, but I mean, really the only question for me that I'll be, not concerned with, but going into the weekend, what I'm looking for is Brandon Jordan and just what does he give you on Saturday? Again, I think this is a big start for him. Back-to-back starts. He's kind of, it's been a little bit tougher than I'm sure he would have liked. He's had to navigate his way through and battle, and hasn't made it out of the fifth inning yet. So you'd like to see him put together a quality start for you and have some momentum and something to feel good about going into that Texas series. But I mean, overall, again, South Carolina top to bottom is the better ball club. Again, if they keep swinging the bats, I feel really good about the chances for a sweep yet again. So, Savannah Webster, any big series this weekend like Florida, Miami? Anyone going to lose this weekend so we can move up? I'd have to look at the college baseball schedule. I know ACC play is underway, so I'm sure there's some fairly decent matchups in the ACC, but outside of that, I'm not 100% sure if we've got any like big non-conference series or whatever. So. Okay, Justin, where will you be set up at? Took my wife to her first college games last year, to the CCU game for our anniversary. Now she's hooked. Hope to catch a few this year. Have to come check you out and have a beverage. Yeah, again, I have no idea, man. I for the tailgate stuff, I have no clue. So I have no clue. I have no clue where the tailgate will be, but that's something we'll figure out. And the second that happens, I'll let you know. But I've actually got to buy the spot first. So I don't know. We'll figure that out for sure. Savannah Webster, I think my question was late yesterday. Is 19 runs a school record? I do not believe so. I'm pretty sure South Carolina scored a lot more than 19 runs before. Yeah, I mean, I think specifically, I think they scored 22 runs against College of Charleston in like 2012. So I'd have to look at what the record is, but I know 19 is not the record. Let me check something before I make this announcement, by the way. Check something really quick. Because I do have something that might excite you guys. Just need to see how the schedule lines up. Well, there you go. See? It doesn't look like there's a stream next Wednesday either for the Citadel game, which is ridiculous. Okay, never mind. Basically, maybe we'll do it for basketball. Basically, what I was going to say though is, you guys, a lot of you have asked to go live during the game to get like live in-game reactions and chat and all that. Maybe for the SEC tournament next week, that's something I do kind of want to try. It's something I kind of do want to experiment with. And I thought maybe, South Carolina plays at the Citadel next Wednesday. I figure if they had a stream, I could do a stream then, but it looks like it's not going to be streamed. Maybe it will, but I don't see anything right now. So we'll just have to wait and see, I guess. But that is something I kind of want to try out and kind of want to do. Phil, yeah, you got done dirty. You're cut out being behind the plate. They got you. USC did you dirty. Jeremy, what's going on, man? Travis, well, yeah, I'm pretty sure we've scored in the 30s before. I think you are correct. Justin, let's pass a hat around. I'm sure if all of us come together and toss a few bucks, we can get you a decent spot. I would be up to donate. I appreciate that, man. Like I said, I don't even know what pricing would be or when they go on sale or anything like that. So I appreciate the love, man. I appreciate that for sure. I'll definitely let you guys know. But yeah, that's something. I know they just announced the stuff with the season tickets or whatever. I'll have to dive. I might look into that as well because, normally I don't buy season tickets through the school, but it might just make sense this year. I don't know. It might make sense. So I really do need to get on that. But right now, I'll tell you guys, if you guys want a little business update, right now I'm actually in the process of trying to upgrade things. So trying to add a desk to the studio. I'm really trying to get a new laptop. So I have a MacBook and it's like a 2013 model, and storage has been an issue. And I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about that before, and having to delete clips and things that, over the last like week and a half or so, dealing with video clips and issues and all that. And it's a lot of it's due to storage. So I need to upgrade the MacBook because like I said, it's a 2013 model and giving me issues with storage. And really just upgrading other things. It's technology, right? Like all these microphones and all the setup, and it's just we're trying to enhance and evolve and grow, and those things cost money for sure. I mean, a new MacBook, I'm kind of weighing options. I'm actually doing my taxes right now, weighing options in regards to do I want to get a brand new MacBook? Do I want to go on eBay and get like a 2018? Do I want to, what do I want to do? So, but the MacBook's got to get replaced. The MacBook has got to get replaced. So, that's kind of where the business, and again, it's not, everything is fine, but that's where the business is right now. We're just trying to evolve and upgrade and grow and improve and enhance everything. Because again, the better we can make the equipment, the better we can make the studio, the better we can make the setup, the better the content's going to be, the better the product's going to be. So, yeah, that's kind of where we are right now. But yeah, definitely the tailgating thing, that is something that's a plan for the fall. The TSUS tailgate tour, we could call it that, because I'd love to go to road games too and do a tailgate there and do a live pregame, postgame show and have the whole shebang, man. Do the whole thing. Do it real big. That was my plan. Like I said, guys, that was my plan last season. And, I really appreciate Overtime Bar and Grill in Columbia for partnering up and letting us do the watch parties there and the pregame and the postgame shows. But, the plan was to do, a tailgate. That was the plan. But obviously with COVID and the madness that hit, we were unable to do that. So we just made the best with what we had or what we could do. So, but yeah, definitely the plan this fall is going to be do the tailgate thing. The whole setup, whole deal. Would love to obviously pick up a sponsor for that. Somebody that wants to help, pitch in or whatever. So, definitely. So we'll see what happens. I'll let you guys know. I appreciate the love and support, though. Anybody that wants to help, obviously, it's extremely appreciated. But I'm excited for that. I'm excited what we got going on right now. By the way, in the immediate future, I'm actually looking towards next weekend, which is obviously the South Carolina Texas series. Selfishly, I'd love to make the trip to Austin. Realistically, is it a feasible thing? Is it probably something I should do? No. So I'll be in Columbia, but trying to do some sort of watch party, pregame show, like with a former Gamecock, something. I want to do up something big. So just keep your eyes and ears peeled for the announcement coming, because we're going to do something. I'm not just going to sit in my house for 3 games and watch the game. We're going to do something. Whether that's, hey, at minimum, for one of the games, we're going to stream live here while the game's going on. No question. No question. So I want to do something special for that South Carolina, Texas series. So, anyways, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. Like I said, a lot to get into here on a Thursday. Robbie texting in, what's up, Chris? If people forgotten, we had losses whenever we won those 2 national championships. And I was just wondering, what do you think the odds are that we see both Harris and Lloyd in the backfield this season? Yeah. So anyways, Harris and Lloyd, definitely we're going to see those guys both in the backfield. There's no question. But yeah, listen, I don't think anybody's not accepting that we're going to lose a game, but I just like to tell fans, like, hey, we're not going to go undefeated. Wes Clark's not going to hit 500 or 600 all year. He's not going to hit 100 home runs, but that's okay. It's baseball. It's fine. You don't apologize for getting off to a great start. You don't apologize for being hot. You keep riding this hot streak. You keep staying hot, get hot, stay hot. And I'm excited again. I'm really excited for this ball club for sure. So, David Nix, how do you feel about our football season next season? I think 6-6 is very realistic. I think it's very doable. I think getting to a bowl game in Beamer's first year is extremely realistic. Yeah. So I'm excited for the season. Dusty Rhodes says, what's more exciting than manscaping? Yeah, exactly. Nothing. Jeremy Gauntz, are you planning on going to the spring game this year? Absolutely, as long as they'll let us in. Absolutely. 110%. I'd love to do some special content for the spring game. I'd love to do a pregame thing for the spring game. I'd love to do like I'd love to do a tailgate for the spring game. If they let us, I'll do it. So, let's see. James Kendall, yeah. So I actually started using the external. I've got an external USB drive. I've been using that, and it's helped out a lot. But again, it's just time to upgrade the MacBook, man. Like I said, it's a 2013 model. I use this every single day. It's the most important piece of equipment I own outside, or that I use for my business outside of my phone. So we've kind of hit the point where it's like, all right, it's time. You know what I mean? It's time to upgrade. So, but yeah, definitely the external USB and getting an external hard drive has helped tremendously. That's something I had to learn. So, David Nix, yes, sir. The Gamecocks are on a roll baseball-wise. You are correct. Billy Parton, any inside scoop on Frank Martin? What are you hearing? There's no inside scoop, my friend. Nothing that at least I'm hearing. Nothing crazy that I'm hearing. So, guys, really quick, by the way, I have not even put this on social media yet. I can't believe that I'm waiting until this point of the show to tell you guys. But we've dropped some new merch this morning. And we're going to drop some more new merch this afternoon that you guys are going to love. But let me show you real quick. This is available now, by the way. I'll put this up on social media as soon as we get off. But this is available right now. Boom. The Beamer Ball trucker hats. I've been talking about these for so long. I don't know why it took me this long to put them up. But if anybody got the ass-kicking chicken trucker hats, you know that these trucker hats are bomb. They're phenomenal. The quality is incredible, so I figure why not throw the Beamer Ball logo on them. So got them both available in garnet and black. Again, they turned out really, really good. Really, really nice. These are fresh. These are very fresh. So I know a lot of people, they love the trucker hat design. So those Beamer Ball trucker hats are now available, tsus.store. Again, that's tsus.store. Like I said, guys, in both garnet and black, and I will say the blacks turned out really good. I mean, the garnet's fire too, but the black turned out awesome. So, again, guys, those are available now if you want to check those out. Again, I'll put them on social media right after this, right after we conclude here, tsus.store. Also, today around, I'd probably say 3:30 or so, we will have some brand new merch. Our Greatest Moments collection will finally be dropping. If you guys do want a sneak peek at that, I'll give you a sneak peek. If you want a sneak peek at it, I'll give you a sneak peek. I feel like you guys probably do. So why not? Let's give you a sneak peek here. Let's see. Okay. Boom. Real quick, Jeremy says, what's the most exciting part about Gamecock football moving forward the Beamer era? Just the change in culture. I mean, it's a simple answer, but it's the answer. The overall change in culture, the mindset, the mentality, the overall state of morale around the program. I mean, it's just a breath of fresh air. I mean, and we needed it. All of Gamecock Nation needed it for sure. So let me show you guys the merch, or just an example of the merch that is dropping around 3 or 4 o'clock today. Boom. So this is going to be our greatest moments merchandise. And so what it's going to be a lot of just like the greatest moments, the greatest calls in South Carolina history. So you see the front of this one's going to say the birth of Sandstorm. And then it's got the actual call from the game, the date, the location, the score of that game. Just kind of reliving some of the best moments ever to occur in Gamecocks history. So this is something I'm really excited about. We've also got the hit by Jadeveon Clowney. That one will drop along with this one. And this is why I think I asked you guys a couple of weeks ago, taking your suggestions. Are there any moments that you'd like to see on a shirt like this? But again, this is going to drop this afternoon. Really, really excited about this. I think these are just really, really cool. They're unique. They're unique merchandise items for Gamecock fans. And like I said, just reliving, some of the greatest moments to ever occur for South Carolina. So again, those will drop around 3 o'clock, 3:30. Again, I'll post them all to social media. You guys will definitely see them. But yeah, really excited about it, man. The merch continues to roll. The merch continues to roll for sure. The merch continues to roll. David Nix, Elizabeth Ballard, appreciate the love. And again, guys, like I said, a lot going on a Thursday. A lot going on here. We got the merchandise. We got the Manscaped. Hell, we got Gamecocks baseball starting their series tomorrow. We got Matt Neesmith on the airwaves. A lot going on. A lot going on. Really exciting times. These are very exciting times indeed. So I appreciate you guys, all the love and support. Like I said, man, you guys are what make this thing tick, and nothing that we do would be possible without you. So again, thank you so much for the love, support, everything, man. It's incredible. It's truly incredible. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. David Alex Phillips is not a fan of the Brewers, but JBJ is still the GOAT. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. I might have to get me a JBJ Brewers jersey now. Yep. Might have to snag it. Let's see. Jeremy says, who would you say the best Gamecock of all time, whether it's on the offensive or defensive side of the ball, in football? Who's the best Gamecock of all time? That's tough. I mean, you got to start with George Rogers. He's won the greatest individual award ever in the sport. I mean, the guy literally won the Heisman. It's hard for me to go against that. I mean, there's been a lot of great players at South Carolina. The best defensive player ever in school history. Now, that's a debate. That's a hell of a debate. I mean, the most purely talented has got to be Jadeveon Clowney. I mean, no question. By far the most talented, just a pure talent player, but the greatest defensive player ever at South Carolina. That dude, it's tough. That's so tough. I mean, do you go with a guy like Swearinger? Do you go with a John Abraham, I think, who doesn't get talked about enough? Do you go with hell, you could even throw a guy like Eric Norwood in that mix. You could throw Stephon Gilmore in that mix. Dude, it's hard for me to say anybody other than Clowney, though. I mean, it's just, I know maybe his stats aren't the best, but if we're talking about, like, what do you mean by the best? Are we talking most talented, most dominant? Like, that's why this debate can just rage on. So I don't know. Defense is very debatable. Defense is very, very debatable. So oh guys, let me get you guys thoughts on this, by the way. I don't know if anybody be interested, but I'm thinking about getting back into fantasy baseball. We got any fantasy baseball people in here? Anybody a fan of, or does anybody play fantasy baseball ever? I know I haven't played in a few years and we lost it last year, but was curious if you guys, if anybody in this chat right now, if this in this stream was big fantasy baseball fans or played fantasy baseball. Corey Gardner says Melvin Ingram. Ryan Hobby says Antonio Allen. Savannah Webster says Devin Taylor. Again, there's a lot of great options. A lot of great options for sure. It's crazy. We've had a lot of good defensive players. I mean, we've had a ton of great defensive players. It's wild. Jaden Harris says I'll do fantasy baseball. Yeah, I'm thinking of maybe doing like a TSUS fantasy baseball league. I don't know how many teams you can have, and I totally forget how many teams you can have in fantasy baseball, because you don't want to have like 50. You don't want to have an absurd amount of teams, because then nobody gets good players, it feels like. But we'll see. I don't know. Fantasy baseball might be something we do. I don't know. It's just something fun, something to keep you entertained and involved with Major League Baseball. So John Gibbs says just by pure dominance, it's JD, no question. Jeremy says, I like Connor Shaw on offense just because he was a beast and extended the play and tough as nails. Then DJ, just because he's from my hometown on Greenwood, South Carolina, was just a beast with coverage and hits. Ryan Hobby says, who's that cat at the spur position after Allen that had all the interceptions? After Allen? Are you talking about Sky Moore? You got to be talking about Sky Moore. Savannah Webster says college or pro fantasy. This would be MLB. This would be like legitimate, actually fantasy baseball, like MLB fantasy baseball. So, all right, sorry about that, guys. Again, let's see. Ronnie Pace says Sky Moore. Savannah Webster says Culliver. I wouldn't say Culliver's the best defensive player or anything. He's very talented, but yeah. Let's see. Savannah Webster, Sky in the NFL. I know he was on the practice squad with the Colts. I have no clue what his status is now, though. Not 100% sure what his status is. I wonder what the stream is going to be like this weekend for the Mercer series. Jeremy says when the new college football drops, you're going to get it. Just not sure it's going to be on next gens only, though. Yeah. As soon as that happens, I'll be getting a next gen console and be getting that. No question. Absolutely no question. Absolutely no question. Savannah, yeah, players could opt out last season too. I mean, that's definitely a thing. So definitely a thing that they could opt out. So I promise you guys this though, the NCAA football streams, those are going to come back. Those are going to come back. Right now, everything is just so crazy with baseball season, and we're wrapping up basketball and all that. But I promise you, because I enjoy doing them, it's just all about finding time. They're going to come back, though. 110% they're going to come back. So please do not worry. Again, guys, quick reminder, if you haven't done so, check out the podcast. Drop this morning, episode 394, guys. Episode 394. Talking this weekend series against Mercer. Also, great conversation with Matt Neesmith, former Gamecocks golfer and current PGA Tour pro. Really, really good stuff. Travis Roll says it's hard to say each position had its great players. Yeah, it's a debate that will rage on forever. You know what I mean? John Gibbs, in football and arguably in any of the rest, what is the most standout thing that would bring recruits to our school, in your opinion? Again, with the facility upgrades and playing in the SEC, there's nothing South Carolina can't do. Yeah, I would agree. What's the most standout thing? I mean, it's different for each kid. That's the big thing. It's different for each kid. Some guys it is going to be facility. Some guys it's going to be culture. Some guys it's going to be campus. Hey, some guys it's going to be nightlife. Some guys it's going to be opportunity for playing time. Some guys it's going to be playing in the SEC. It all depends. But there are certainly many, many things that South Carolina offers to recruits, to big time recruits, no questions asked. And I feel confident about that, and definitely with the culture that Shane Beamer's building and getting that thing rolling, I feel good about that. He can bring in top talent, no questions asked. So, I mean, the biggest thing going against Carolina in recruiting is lack of tradition. But these 16, 17-year-old kids don't care about that. They don't care what you did in the 90s. They weren't even alive. So, let's see. Jeremy, yeah, those next-gen consoles are like impossible. They definitely are like impossible to get. Savannah Webster says, I love the girls. How we feeling? I'm nervous they won't make it to Sunday facing teams we've already lost to. I mean, I feel good about them tomorrow for sure. You're going to play either Bama or Mizzou. But, yeah, going beyond that, it'll be a challenge. But, I mean, listen, I've learned do not doubt Dawn Staley and that crew. Trust in Dawn. I think Dawn I think they'll make a deep run. The biggest question is that matchup, that rematch with A&M. Can they get them? So Jeremy says, I wonder what our ratings would be on the new college game when it drops, no matter what I'm playing with the Gamecocks. Yeah, I mean, whatever. Either way, whatever the ratings is, we're going to ride with our boys, right? So you got to ride with your squad. So whatever. Again, guys, 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. Great stuff today. Savannah Webster, where do we end up as a number 2 seed, still playing in Greenville regardless of the NCAA? I think so. I'm not 100% sure, though. I'll be honest. I'm not 100% sure. Travis Rell, you would think Columbia versus Tuscaloosa is a place to go to school. You wonder how in the hell Bama remains powerful. Well, I mean, dude, when you're winning the way they are and you've got Nick Saban and you got a proven track record of winning titles and getting guys to the NFL, and it's just Bama's a brand, man. It's just Bama is a brand, bottom line. Yep, Bama's a brand, bottom line, guys. It speaks for itself. So let's see. Yeah, guys, again, like I said, episode 394 dropped this morning. I broke down the series this weekend. Gamecocks taking on the Mercer Bears. I did pick the sweep, and we'll have content, revolving around that a little bit later in the day. But I did pick the sweep. I feel good about South Carolina going in this series. You look at this Mercer pitching staff, and I'll talk about their hitters too. I mean, they've got a couple of capable bats in the lineup, no question. They played Georgia Tech close this season, 7-3. They lost to the Yellow Jackets, but gave up 33 runs on the mound to Southern Illinois, and they're on a 4-game losing streak. And then you take a look at South Carolina, and it's like the polar opposite. I mean, we're talking about a team that is as hot as any team in the country right now, especially at the plate. I don't think that bodes well for the Bears. I don't think that bodes well at all for them. So, hard for me to pick against the Gamecocks in this one. Again, I think Mercer's a quality ball club, but with the way South Carolina's playing, hard for me to say they're going to lose a game this weekend. So, but we'll see. We'll see. You never know. It's baseball. Crazier things have happened. Savannah Webster says Bama brand is now carried over to basketball. Yeah, listen, Bama's not a basketball school, but they found a way. They found a way to get it done. So it's possible. It's definitely possible. Yep, it's definitely possible. Maddox Free, what's your go-to baseball snack at Founders? I'm a huge seeds guy, and I normally just bring those with me. Huge seeds guy. Huge seeds. So I did have a hot dog at the Clemson game, which was pretty good, but normally you're going to see me snacking on some seeds for sure. So let's see. Savannah Webster, how come they don't let them score all the runs on a walk-off homer? I said 2 on base, right? Oh, no. So a lot of people have asked that question, guys. That ball did not go out of the ballpark. That was a double off the bottom of the wall. I know it looked weird, but that was a double. So that ball was not out. I know it looked like it was, but it was not out. So John Gibbs, when football does good for some reason, everyone else does good. Look at our runs 2009-13. Well, I would tell you this, John. I credit baseball for the run that Carolina football had a little bit, because that 2010 national championship, I just feel like it was infectious. Like it bled over to every other program that said, hey, like we can do this. We can win big here. We can win titles. I don't know. I think it was just winning is contagious. You know what I mean? I think all the programs sort of felt that. Guys, like I said, taking your questions, comments, calls. We got about a minute and a half left. Jeremy Gaunt says, how about bring all college sports back to the gaming consoles? Indeed. Why not? Let's do it. I think that's a great idea personally. So why not? Let's do it. Let's see. Maddox Free says, who you got winning March Madness, bro? I'll be honest with you. I have no idea. Gonzaga, maybe. I'm going to be awful when it comes to filling out my bracket this year. I mean, I haven't watched college basketball outside of South Carolina really that closely at all. And this is such a weird, crazy year for college basketball that I have no idea. I have no idea, bro. So, Savannah, appreciate you tuning in. Thank you so much. Again, guys, if you haven't done so, check out the podcast drop this morning, episode 394, breaking down this weekend series against the Mercer Bears. Also, conversation interview with former Gamecocks golfer Matt Neesmith. Really, really good stuff here on a Thursday. And guys, of course, follow along all day long. We got a ton of content drop. We also got the new merch. I'll be posting the link and the images and all that good stuff. I'll be posting the Beamer Ball trucker hats, which just dropped this morning. And then our Greatest Moments collection will drop this afternoon around 3 or 4 or so. But again, guys, thank you so much for the love, support, for everything. A lot of positive momentum, and I feel good about it. A lot of positive momentum. Things are rolling right now. The content's rolling. Everything's rolling. And again, I appreciate you all for the love, support, for making all of this possible. Thank you so much. So again, guys, appreciate you all tuning in. Stay tuned for all the updates, all the content, all the good stuff, and we will talk to you tomorrow, guys. Thanks so much.